Hi guys, and thank you for stopping by again. My name is Pearl, and as usual I'm your favorite baby mama. Today we're going to be talking about migrating to Canada as a temporary foreign worker. Have you dreamt of moving to Canada before? Have you been watching my student videos and you're like, oh, I don't have enough money to come to Canada as a student? Oh, I don't have the energy and the time to go and start looking for maybe what would we say to go and start following up the express entry pathway of coming to Canada, and you're just like, hell, find me another way to come to Canada. This is another gig for you, so you can migrate to Canada as a temporary foreign worker. And if you'd like to know more, sit right back. As usual, grab a glass of wine, a cup of coffee, or just anything sweet, popcorn, and let's get right into it. So you can come to Canada as a temporary foreign worker. So you can actually sit from your home country, Zimbabwe, Malawi, South Africa, India, Cameroon, Burundi, Nigeria, anywhere in the world that you are, even Czechoslovakia, even if you're in Europe, and apply to come to Canada or work in Canada, okay? So you can actually follow this pathway, which is a temporary foreign worker. And what does this entail? It means you're going to find a job. There is a website I'm going to be showing you guys today. We're not going to be seeing my beautiful face. We're just going to be working with the computer or laptop today. We're just going to be following the screen. So be very keen. So today we're actually just going to see how you can move to Canada under this temporary foreign worker pathway. So from the comfort of your home, you can go on the website I'm going to be showing you guys to find a job. And for example, if you want to get a job on this website, be very specific. I'll give you some tips. Just go on the website, use the keywords that probably you want to work in Canada as a nurse, you want to come be a caregiver, healthcare aide, cook, farmer, anything. Just go search for it, an accountant or what have you. We're going to be trying all of that together. You have to look at the job title, look at the name of the employer, and most especially look at the date when that posting was published, okay? I always prefer that we don't go above 30 days. Let's stick to the 30 days. Check the details, check the pay, the location. You know, if this employer has an LMIA, which means he or she or the employer is allowed to bring temporary foreign workers to Canada, okay? If you see that LMIA in progress, excuse me, just hold off with that employer, okay? I'm going to be showing you guys what the kind of things you need to look out for. I'll be showing you guys the LMIA and how to find it. And also be certain to check if this employer is employing just for Canadians, permanent residents, people who are allowed to work in Canada already, or he or she can also bring in people who are not yet allowed to work in Canada, like don't have authorization to work in Canada, and through the employer they are going to have this authorization. I'm going to be showing you guys what I mean by that, because this same website, Canadians or people resident in Canada can also go to find jobs, okay? Another thing to look out for is, you know that these employers are going to, well, this is not looking out for, this is more of an advice to anybody who is going to be talking with an employer. Make sure that you have the work experience for this, because they're obviously going to do their background checks. Make sure that the employers or places you have worked in and stated on your resume your reason for leaving. You didn't leave because you quit your job for just some random reason, or because you were fired, or because you were a lazy worker, or they just have something bad to say about you. Make sure that if they reach out to these people, they'll be able to recommend you very well. Okay, they'll be able to recommend you well in front of your new employers or would-be employers. Okay, And also make sure that whatever you write in your resume is the truth. When I say the truth, okay, the employer should exactly know that your former employer or the employer who is stated on that resume should know that that is what you have written. Cameroonians understand what I mean. You know, go for a tete-a-tete with the employer. Okay. Also, when it comes to the interviews, you know the interviews are going to be online. They are going to be through video. Make sure your internet connection is good. Make sure the environment where you are seated for the interview is void of noise. Make sure that you appear and look professional. Don't go put on red wigs, purple, pink, and blue in 1 week. Ladies, don't go with some outrageous makeup. Don't go in for the interview looking kind of shabby or putting on a démembré, like a cloth that shows your arms from your shoulder and everything, you know. No, be dressed professionally, and I'll tell you, use dark colors. I know all of this does, somebody will say it does not matter, but excuse me, these people are looking for professional people to come to them. They're looking for people who stand out. Okay, so if at least your interview, your presentation, you can stand out, even if you have the qualifications or you don't, like, you don't really meet up, like your personality, your posture, like the way you present yourself should be able to move that employer to want to talk to you more or even go ahead with you. Okay. And also for guys, make sure you're well dressed, not just any random. I know here in Canada we just go to the office, business casual. At times Fridays you can go in with trousers, like just some offices can accept shorts on Fridays. It just depends. At times we just randomly just walk into work with just trousers from Monday to Friday, ladies. And it doesn't, some people don't, it doesn't really matter, but some people are very strict on the business attire and all of that. Okay, so we're going to be going to the website right now, and I hope that you all are very keen. So guys, here we are on the website. As you can see, it says temporary foreign worker, find a new job in Canada. It has over 4,279 job postings. Yes, we're going to click on search for a job. Like I said, we should search for jobs that the LMIs are approved. Some of them are still pending. So what do I do when I want to search for a job? You see, there are all sorts of jobs: bookkeepers, poultry farm worker, food service supervisors, grocery long haul drivers, cooks, farm supervisor, marketing coordinators, you know, we go administrative assistants. Let's show more: human resource assistant, computer network technician, laborer, carpenter for houses. If you're a carpenter, a very good carpenter. And obviously I know, let's take for example Cameroon. Back home in Cameroon, they don't give most people don't work in, like, you just go open your own carpentry workshop. But you know, we can round all of that up, you know, good years of experience, and then we can just, you know, production laborer, food service supervisor, child caregiver in a private home, personal care provider. So all of this, I'm just going to go the route of starting with how I decide to do mine. I know because some people's LMIA, some employers' LMIs have not been approved, but they've applied for. I always put my location all of Canada. Let's start with something like a caregiver. Let's start with caregiver. And what I always do is I search, I put my search, and now I'm going to get a whole lot. You see 106 results. But then I come down here and I select LMI approved. When the LMI is already approved, you see some people's own are pending. You have employers whose LMIs are approved. Okay, you see, you have 54 results. So let's start with the family caregiver. So here they have one vacancy. It's the location is Surrey, BC. This is the employer, Janelle Sidu, permanent employer. He's a LMIA has been approved, so the employer has an approved labor market impact assessment to hire a foreign worker to fill labor or skill shortages on a temporary basis. This is a verified person. or employer, the date to start is as soon as possible. Pay is $20.25 an hour for 40 hours a week. Permanent full-time employment, so you can obviously apply through this employer after a year of working for a PR or more, so a year more. So if, yeah, this is what I want us to see. Who can apply to this job? If you are a Canadian citizen, okay, if you're a Canadian citizen, a permanent resident, don't know why my screen is showing that, a permanent resident of Canada, you have a valid Canadian work permit. So here already from this employer, we see that if you don't have a valid work permit, you cannot work for him. So you cannot apply for this job from out of Canada. Let's see. Let's try to find another person. Live-in caregiver. So they are LMIA approved. Yeah, if you are not authorized to work in Canada, you can work for this person. Let's see. This one is in Calgary, by Olawumi and Olufemi Adeleke. You still cannot work for this employer if you're not authorized to work in Canada. I think these are not good examples, so let's swap. Let's change. Let's go to something like a mechanic. All of Canada is our location. As usual, I'm going to cancel the caregiver so it doesn't appear. LMI approved. So we're going to start with a mechanic. All of Canada. Labor market assessment, LMI approved. So it's already showing us LMI approved. A long haul truck driver in Bolton, Ontario, 10 vacancies from $24.50 to $25 an hour. Starts as soon as possible. Term or contract. Yeah, if you're not authorized to work in Canada for this employer, you cannot. What's happening? Let's check farm supervisor, Campbell. He has 8 vacancies. Campbell, Ontario, starts as soon as possible. Same thing. Accounting technician, starts as soon as possible. Yes, so this is a good example. You say, who can apply to this job? The employer accepts applications from Canadian citizens and permanent residents of Canada. Other candidates with or without a valid Canadian work permit. So if you don't have a valid Canadian work permit, you can also apply to work for this employer. So yes, this is a good example for temporary foreign workers. Yeah, that was a good example. We're going to clear out the mechanic and then let's search something like a cook. All of Canada. So for LMI approved cooks, we see Copper Hospitality Inc. It's in Qualicum Beach in BC. Starts as soon as possible. 4 vacancies. LMI approved. Yes, if you can work for this employer if you don't have a valid Canadian work permit, or if you have, or if you're a Canadian resident or permanent resident or citizen, you can work for them. So those are good examples. Let's look at something more. Yeah, most of these jobs you can. Let's go somewhere like an accountant. I just wanted to show you guys how you can get on this website and find the jobs. Okay, so let's check accountant. Okay, so it's supposed to be for LMI approved. And I put accountant, it brings me even customer service. So let's see, can you work for this employer if you are okay? So this is an accountant position. It says for TPA services, York, Ontario. So $20 to $22 an hour. It needs 2 vacancies, long-term benefits, term or contract full-time. and then it starts as soon as possible, as soon as they are able to fill up the position. But then look at the date, February 4th. Like I was saying, don't always go for dates that are far off. But then if you see something that is of interest to you, just reach out to the employer, and if they filled up the position, they'll let you know. Okay, if they've had their people, they'll let you know. Maybe they've not just had the time to take it off here. Here you see the employer promotes equal employment opportunities for all job applicants, including those self-identifying as members of this group: indigenous people, persons with disability, newcomers to Canada, visible minority, youth. And you can apply to this job if you're Canadian or permanent resident of Canada, or if you're a candidate with or without a valid Canadian work permit. So you can apply for this job from out of Canada. Okay, apply for this job as an accounting and auditing clerk. And also, I think corporate, there are other jobs, corporate sales managers. Let's take, for example, let's look at this customer service in Corny Crescent, Concord, Ontario. One vacancy. You can apply for this job whether you live with or without a valid Canadian work permit. Okay, so to this part where it says show these details, you look, it's going to show you the details of what the job. Click on it, it will show you everything: English language, secondary or high school graduation certificate. You can have more, 1 year to less than 2 years of experience, specific skills. It tells you coordinate, assign and review work. You can work in fast-paced environment, establish work schedules, procedures. Just go through all of this. Ability to supervise 3 to 4 people. You can apply for this job with or without a valid Canadian work permit. Okay, so you can just go through the website and search. Like I said, the key thing is make sure that you search with exact keywords. Location should be all of Canada. Make sure the LMIA is approved. Like this, it should be showing this employer has an approved labor market impact assessment. I will also say that there are employers who have submitted for LMIAs but they have not been approved. Let's take a look at some of those employers. Look, LMIA pending. Look at this employer. It shows here theirs is going to be yellow, so it shows this employer has applied for an LMIA to bring in temporary foreign workers to fill labor or skill shortages on a temporary basis. So these ones are still pending. They have not yet been approved. I can say you can still apply to them, but rest assured you need to have an LMIA approved before you can apply for the employer needs to have the LMIA approved before you can apply for to come to Canada to work for this employer. So for now, just avoid these employers whose LMIs are not yet approved. Okay, make sure you go and check the box where it says LMIA approved all the time. Always look for it underneath. Yeah, you can also check the kind of salary you want. All of that. And let's say, for example, you put mechanic, it shows you different things. Like I put accountant, it showed me accountants, executive accounting and related clerks, supervisors in finance and in insurance, customer and information services supervisors, all of that. So you can always check this or check it out like you don't want and stuff like that. So this is a way through which you can come to Canada. Like I said, the platform, I'm going to leave the link of this website in the description box, and make sure that you are reading. The one thing that always makes people unable to get the right information is they are not reading through the lines. They are just like, let me just go through it very fast. Okay, so you can definitely come to Canada, and I hope to get good results. I hope to get good news from people who have watched this video that, oh, I got a job offer. After watching this video, I went ahead to look for a job. You can find a job. You can find a job as a cook, a farmer, a mechanic, what have you. Just go search. You have the skills, you've got the qualifications, you've just match what the job description says, okay? And I hope to see more and more and more of you coming to Canada. And I'm going to give you another update about Canada's immigration policy of the number of people they intend to bring between 2022 to 2024. I'll be doing a short video update about that, so you can see you can fall among those thousands, okay? So you can come to Canada as a temporary foreign worker, which we have just seen today, and they'll proceed you. Please inform a friend, tell a friend to tell another friend, tell a family member, tell a loved one, tell even an enemy, okay? We want even our enemies to prosper, okay? So until next time, it's your favorite baby mama. Yes, until next time, it's your favorite baby mama signing off. And if you have any questions, you can always ask me. Do not forget, do not be shy to ask. I'll be more than willing to respond. Do not forget to click the thumbs up or like button. Do not forget to share. Do not forget to subscribe if you're not yet a subscriber. What are you waiting for? You've been enjoying premium content without subscribing. Make sure you subscribe, and also comment. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Love you all, and until next time. Sorry you didn't get to see my face in this video. The videos that I had to direct you guys, I will not really be showing my face. So until next time, it's your favorite baby mama. Love you all. Ciao.